Hello everyone, and welcome to our game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Uchiha Itachi, and he's in the Montana, a Tier 10 US battleship, and he's just Citadel de Des Moines. What a great start! Now he's on the map Warriors path in a 3-point domination game, and there is no carrier. The enemy radar here at the A cap has already taken quite a bit of damage. Now I'm not sure what this Des Moines plan is. It might just include sinking, because pushing into the open in a cap early on is not a very good idea. Now the friendly Yugumo got chased away by said Des Moines, and it looks like the enemy destroyer is sitting behind this island. Not sure if the Cleveland radar would reach that, but I think the enemy destroyer would be safe anyway. So unfortunately it looks like the A cap might just get taken by the enemy. The friendlies got B for free. And where's actually the third destroyer? Oh, I think he is somewhere in this blob there. So the gearing might just be able to help out at sea now. Overall, not looking too horrible, I guess. I mean, the enemy does have 2 caps, but it's still early. Oh, the gearing is coming. Now, I would really love to see the gearing help out at sea, because that's where they truly need him. And I mean, let's face it, there is this one Des Moines for radar, and the Des Moines is here. I mean, there is a set, we don't know where he is, but it's pretty easy to escape set hydro usually if you're careful. Meanwhile, we have this... oh, he got unspotted. Just thinking this Mogami might just come here and turn... well, I mean, he is turning broadside right into those shells. Isn't that neat? And, well, Des Moines and Mogami both almost dead. Unfortunately, almost just isn't quite enough. Now, with that Des Moines escaping, and I'm honestly surprised that the Des Moines is still floating at this point. But, anyway, he is retreating, and that means the Yugumo can now freely appear, and the friendly forces are moving slowly forward. Now, I'd also like to point out that Uchiha Itachi's position here was pretty neat, because the other battleships are going towards the left, and that means if the friendly battleships spread out, there's a high chance that they can create some crossfires and catch some enemies in their Voldobra broadside. Now we have the Yugumo spotted, and he's keeping an eye on the Yugumo. If you have a destroyer like 10 kilometers away from you, definitely shoot a destroyer in your battleship.
Torpedoes to port.
Sinking destroyers is very important.
Torpedoes
And
to port.
since they are mostly unspotted, you don't really have many opportunities to sink them, oftentimes. So he's slowly pushing forward here. The Republic is pushing the left. The North Carolina is a little bit too passive there for friendly's movements, I think. And shells out on the Mogami. Mogami goes down. And another Citadel just for the heck of it.
Off to a great start.
Now, Uchiha Itachi has to be careful, because he himself might be showing broadside to some of those enemies. And, well, I mean, the Alsa is pretty far away, but the Tirpitz and the Bismarck are definitely a concern. They might not have the most accurate guns, that they could do quite a bit of damage to him here, if they actually tried shooting him, I guess. So the Bismarck is going out, and Yugumo spotted, so he immediately switches to the Yugumo. And that's not looking too bad there. Well, 3 overpens. Now, if all the Clevelands around here, so the Yugumo should be going down. Come on, guys. You can do it. And it's even a close quarters expert. Well, that's neat. Now, next up, we have a Tirpitz to sink. And then the A cap should be pretty much under control. Now, this Des Moines is... well, he was on very low health, he probably healed by now. But he's probably no longer around here, he's trying to reinforce the C cap or something. The Alsace, I think we can safely ignore it. This guy has not tried participating in this battle yet, and he probably won't. So meanwhile, Uchiha Itachi is going towards the right flank to help over there. And look at that! Broadside Kremlin. Now on the not so nice side, so the Des Moines here is back. There is a Minotaur inside the smoke most likely, and there might be a Smolensk that's... yeah, there is a Smolensk there. That's a lot of firepower concentrated on him, and even in a battleship you will melt pretty fast if there is too much concentrated on you. Now, okay, that's where the Minotaur is, so it's unlikely that there are torps coming. What he probably wants to do is he's trying to get that island between himself and the Minotaur, and he's trying to get another island between himself and the Smolensk. He could have just honestly angled away and sailed away. Might have been a more healthy choice. But I think he's going to make it towards that island. Now, can he get a good salvo against the Des Moines? So he was aiming because away he assumed the Des Moines would turn away, and it's exactly what the Des Moines did.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
And yeah, that worked. So I mean, at this point the enemy team is pretty much decimated, and while a comeback on the enemy side is still possible, it doesn't look that likely. The enemy is down to 4 ships, and the friendlies are basically moving in from all sides. The enemy Alsace is completely out of position, and the others are just getting pushed from all sides. And look at that broadside Minotaur. What happens to broadside Minotaurs? Well, apparently he got away with it, but he got Citadel, so we'll take it. And there are the Minotaur torps, but they are running out. So he could try to push through this channel, I mean, but we don't need any more ships in this. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, he can do whatever he pleases. But if he stays here, he might just catch some ships that are running away from the blob at the sea cap and running into B. I mean, it's hard to predict what the enemy is going to do at this point because they are out of reasonable options. So he is launching a plane here. I assume it's mostly to... I mean, it might be to help mid against the Alsace, but I would thought it's mostly to spot. But speaking of spotting, Minotaur is back, and there is a Smolensk. And that's once again a lot of scary firepower. Also, both of those guys have torps, so we have to expect that torps might be coming this way in the future. So he's already starting to move forward. He can use that island to get cover from those ships or from the torps. Then again, mostly he just wants to shoot the juicy broadside. Minotaur up again. We saw what happened last time. What will happen this time? Well, I guess this time he angled. But nice hit, not quite enough. So Minotaur is trying to smoke, but is a little bit too fast for that. Here are the torps as expected, but he's going to dodge them quite easily. Going for some blind fire into the smoke. And down goes the Minotaur.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
So next up, Smolensk. Now I think this were Minotaur torps, so Smolensk torps should be ready. Which means when he comes around here, there is quite a bit of risk involved. But once again, like this is already won. All he wants to do is farm some more damage, maybe get his kraken at a fully broadside Smolensk, 3 kilometers and 5 overpins. That's just how it goes sometimes. But hey, he's dodging the torps. And he might get another chance for his kraken. Looks like the Russian also overpenned. So there we go again. What will it be this time? Well, mostly overpens, but this time it was enough. So the Kraken's unleashed and this battle is basically won. So I mean, we can speed up the last remaining time because there's nothing really happening. It's just that the Kremlin there needs to get taken down. Everybody in the team is closing in. The Armaki got taken out. The Russian battleship here is Soyuz. I don't know, was reversing, I guess. Maybe he's going for the ram now. And he went for the ram. So here we are with the results. Uchiha Hitachi earned himself a close quarters expert at Dreadnought the Kraken in the first blood, scoring 178,000 points of damage. And I found this an amusing battle. It's nice to see a Montana do well. Montana, one of the oldest battleships in the game. It has been there basically since the beginning. And she can still kick some butt. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.